Hello, hello, hello. Hi. What's going on? Welcome, welcome. What's going on, Octoposse? What's going on, Armada? Anybody here? It is I, the opulent, octotonic, operatic puppeteer. From Bounty, I hear myself. Holy crap. Whoa. I hear myself. Bounty Hunter Unit Armis of HOLOSTARS English. My name starts with an O, ends with an O. My name is Octavio. What's going on? Oh my god. Hey, what's up? Hi. No opening? What? There was an opening. Huh? There was an opening, right? What do you mean no opening? Huh? You just went live now? Excuse me, I was waiting for my intro screen to finish. I was waiting for my music to finish, like my intro. Puppet show. Huh? Wow. Where's the opening? Well, I already played it. I already waited for it. Right, because, see, it's already 2:05. That means, okay, here's what happened. I started the stream at 2, and then I waited 2 minutes, and then I played the intro, and now we're currently at 2:05. Octavio's puppet show's about to start at any minute. The stage is set, the lights are out. It'll be here in a moment. Turn that frown upside down. You don't need that where we're going. Welcome to the greatest puppet show in all the planets. Octavio's puppet show. Octavio's puppet show. Octavio's puppet show. Octavio's puppet show. I know. I wouldn't have heard the end of it if I didn't play my intro. I get it. You've been together for a year. I understand now. There's no use fighting these intro-less streams. What's going on? Hi, let me introduce myself again. I am the opulent, octotonic, operatic puppeteer from Bounty Hunter Unit Armis of HOLOSTARS English. My name starts with an O, ends with an O. My name's Octavio. Hi. Hi again. Hello. I don't know what happened there. I guess my stream didn't go live when I wanted it to, so that's weird. But hey, how is everybody doing? How has everybody been after all the hashtag ARMISversary celebrations this week? Hope you guys were had a fun time watching all the roasts. All 4 different roasts, watching our first drop, which was the voice pack. The kind of Mission Impossible-ish voice pack thing, right? That's super freaking cool. And also, I was so happy with the art. The art for that was insane. When I saw the art, I was like, holy crap. For free? I just get this art for free? Thank you, Mana-sans. Thank you. So that was a VP, which was released this Monday. Go check that out if you haven't. Actually, I better have links to all the projects that we've done, actually, and link them in chat, just so, you know, so it's cool. So it's cool. So here, if you want to listen to the VP, it's here. Of course, you need to buy it first. So that's a VP. It features Yago. Best girl Yago. Oh, Yago is currently talking right now. Totally spies. That makes sense too. Everyone is fighting for their life in the art, and you're just there slaying. Yes, yes. That's part of the that's part of the whole thing, right? You can't just go into battle. You can't just go into a deadly mission, especially not me, who doesn't even have guns, right? Goldbullet and Jurard have guns. Ruze has a new weapon, and what do I have? Strings. Better slay if I just bring strings to battle, and some puppets. Ooh, that was a cool one. If you didn't know, that thing was 30 minutes, by the way. 30-minute voice pack. It's a voice drama, basically. But first of all, thank you so much, everybody. Winnie Winter, since the stream is at 12 a.m., want to say congratulations. Oh, thank you so much for the yellow supa. Mikaze, thank you for the sock puppet. Silent Stormfall for the 5 gifted. Tofu Bunny Cat for the gifted membership. Bunny, Bubby Gator, Tellers for the gifteds. Gifted LX, Mental Health is back. Octavia's Puppet Show. Thank you, thank you. Guri, Grace, Eisenord, Tomira, Marionette, thank you so much, everybody, for the memberships and the gifted memberships. Thank you. Really, the heels? If Ruze accidentally yanks off Jurard's tail while holding on to the art, will you reconnect it with your strings? No, because it's funnier that way. Also, I just realized some people were posting on Twitter that apparently Ruze was wearing a mesh bodysuit. Pretty cool. Can't outslut Ruze, especially when he's wearing a mesh bodysuit. Let me just okay. Both Ruze. Oh, even Gibby. Damn. Gibby just on the helicopter the whole time with his mesh bodysuit, bro. Gibby could just wear like a t-shirt, some shorts, some jorts, and some slippers. Just shoot from the sky, right? But of course, for me, I showed off my collarbones. So thank you so much to the artist who did that. The artist is so cracked. When I saw the art, when the Mana-sans posted the art in our Discord, I was like, who is the artist? Who? Actually, who is the artist? Oh wait, I saw them. I already retweeted them, but I don't know their name. What was the name? I forgot the name. Where was it? There we go. Suzuki Sensei. Suzuki 200 Sensei. It's so good. You know what's funny? Is that I had this as a wallpaper for like the past 2 months. Yeah, this has been my desktop wallpaper for 2 months now. And it's really, really fun. I changed it for a while to the Halloween one. You know, the one that features me, Flayon, Axel, Haka, and stuff like that. Then it's now back. It's now back. I want it back. It's so good. Vampire Hunters. That's cool too. It's funny because we were asked recently. I think the whole company, maybe everybody, is what? How would you like your character? How would you like the drawings of yourself be portrayed from here on out? That was like a few months ago. So for all the promotional art in the future, you know, they're trying to be sensitive as to what we like or don't like to show and stuff like that. So I'm glad that these suggestions, these notes from all of us, are being considered. Yeah, because one thing I wanted to make sure to people is, please don't don't make me into a little baby. Just don't portray me as a widow baby. Anything but that. That's all I need. Just don't portray me as a widow baby. Now, what happened is they portrayed me as absolute slayage. So thank you. Yeah. Kite, and of collarbones reveal with bonus sharp heels, thigh straps, edgy baton, red strings. They literally went the opposite direction of what I don't want. Just extremely into the other side of the stratosphere. On the left side, it's baby, widow baby with a widow bib and a pacifier, and on the far right is whatever you got for the VP. Board, happy anniversary to our favorite talented puppeteer. Just want to say you have a really amazing voice. Always love to hear it. Enjoy the celebration. Thank you. Thank you. I honestly really didn't plan on doing this Zatsu again. I remember way back when I had a cover release or something, and I was like, yeah, let's not do a post-song Zatsu anymore. It's fine. But then, Shinri was the person this time that was like, you know what? It would be cool if you guys did a post cover Zatsu. You know, just to share your experience and stuff, right? That'll be cool. And I'm like, yeah. We're pretty tired from all the activities, so we didn't really schedule something like that. It was like, and then Shinri's like, yeah, but sure, but you do it, right? I was like, oh, okay, yeah. And in my mind also, it's like this is more of a group project, and it's also a project by the Manesans themselves, because these group projects, especially if they're uploading the HOLOSTARS channel, these are things that they, our creative director does for us, and we kind of follow and just do it, right? So I was like, it's not really my project, but I think it's fine. I think we can talk about it. There is enough here that I can talk about, I think, because I was definitely more involved in the... I wasn't a producer of any kind, by the way. People are saying on Twitter that, oh, producer arc. No, not really. But I was definitely just a little bit more involved here than when I was in Bloodhounds. But also, Moti Mayu, thanks so much for the Akasupa! Akasupa, thank you. Happy anniversary. Thanks for a second original song. Respect how committed you are to your work. Excited for your future. Stay healthy. Thank you for the Akasupa. Thank you, Moti Mayu. Alex! Bro, you were slaying those red soul heels. It's giving TS reputation. Actually, it is. It is. All we need is like a bunch of snakes on the outfit, like gold snakes just slithering around. The body. Just do it. Listen to your senpai. I burped. So thank you, Shinri. And yeah, when Shinri said that, I was like, actually, yeah, there is a bunch I can talk about. Because, okay, we can talk about it right now. I mean, this is going to be a short Zatsu, but how did you like it? How did you enjoy it? Were you surprised at the genre? Were you surprised at the type of song it was? Because I was. I was. How did you like Gibby's more higher register? That's really cool, right? Bruh? How do you like Jurard's just really nice tone being like with a little growl too? And of course Ruze adding so much intensity to it. My brain was blasted. I like how the song... Yeah, let me share my thoughts on the song itself, actually. Just to start with. Scream, so proud of Gibby, song so catchy. Love Gibby's high register. Yes. I just really like also how we all just basically sound very different. We all sound very different, so the whole is better than, the individual performances. And yeah, I love how it builds to the big band feel in the final chorus. Exactly. The thing about this song that I really like so much is that it ramps up. It just goes forward. It's relentless. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's relentless. So you start, it's already pretty intense, right? And then after the first chorus, suddenly there's a big shift in the verse where You know, the part with the so good, can get it, a burn, 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 burn. It feels so good, so good. Bruh, there's a big shift there, and it's like, oh. So this song isn't just gonna repeat, right? And yeah, it's not. It's just there's gonna be suddenly a big, insane moment for the second verse, and then it builds up slowly and surely to a more bombastic ending at the end. And then at the end, the end is still the chorus, but it's more break him down, turn the fire, burn him to the ground. You know, it's so good. Jazz should be used in more songs, and actually, I'm gonna talk about it a little bit more, but I can see why our director and Mane-san's chose this direction for this song. Songs I can hear you've been inspired from different genres. Instrumental break was peak. Bancho mentioned that they based his line delivery on the dynamics and how he behaves with ARMIS this time around. Yes! Yeah, you can also see in the performances that it's definitely much different than the Bloodhounds one. Although Bloodhounds was already intense, I think this song just shows that there's a little bit more familiarity when it comes to, you know, each other and what we expect to hear from each other in a song. And I had to keep that in mind when I was thinking of how Jurard, you know, Gibby and Ruze would perform their lines, because back during Bloodhounds, I had no idea what they sounded like. When we recorded Bloodhounds, I had no idea who they even were. But I made their vocal guides anyway, hoping that at least I capture, like, I had the description of their voices, and hoping that I captured the description of their voices, right? But now I know who they are. I know what they sound like. I know how they sing. And in a way, I feel like this has been more challenging for me than it is for them. This is a more challenging song for me this time around, because I need to kind of get up there, right? I feel like I still kind of failed a little bit of getting up there, but I tried. You can hear in some verses that I put something in it. I put it in. You know? But yeah, I mean, the ending song still sounded pretty cool. Rena, my friend, sent a new song to me unprompted and said it was really good, especially the blue hair one. Oh, thank you. Also, Banzo and Haka is here. Senpai, the senpai that sings. You guys did an amazing job. Thank you. Clark, you and the boys cooked, ate, left no crumbs, and slayed the entire time. I'm so proud of you. Happy Annie, thank you for doing so much more. Thank you. So let's talk a little bit more about the process then. I can't, of course, share you everything, but I can share a little bit more compared to Bloodhounds. Again, with Bloodhounds, you know, because we were still pre-debut, we weren't really privy to much of how the company does things, how the process of making these songs happen. Oh, thank you. I'm gonna turn off the captions because they're not working. What? So really, all we had to do for Bloodhounds was, hey, these are the lines. This is the song. Can you please record? Thank you. And then remember, one of the things about Bloodhounds is we all of us listen to it at the same time, which is on debut. That was all of our first times hearing the song. And, you know, the process is a bit different this time around. In this case, for Take 'Em Down, that one day, yeah, exactly on debut, that was our first time hearing it, the final thing. Actually, I didn't even hear a whip. Not a single whip, nothing. I only heard my voice in Bloodhounds. I only heard my voice with the instrumental, that's it. And then, yeah, we all listened to the whole thing all together. We all saw the music video all together, right? And everything. Now, this was a bit different. Just to give you an idea how long this has been cooking. the conceptualization of the song. I've been reviewing like the Discord messages. How far away did the conceptualization, did the at least the ideas part start? It was February. February this year. So this gives you an idea, really, how long these projects take, right? This is not something you can be just like, oh crap, anniversary's next month, we need a song. It's definitely not like that. No. So we were told that we were gonna have a new anniversary song, a new original song in February. Remember February, we were going to Japan. March and stuff, February, March-ish, we went to Japan. So while this was being cooked, we were about to release the White Day VP. And in the same way, the White Day VP was being cooked like during our debut week or something, or debut month. That's when the White Day VP was being made, was started at least. So the timeline for these are very, very long. But yeah, but the whole theme that we wanted to go for was an anti-hero theme. Because, that's basically kind of what ARMIS is. We may still be protagonists, heroes, but in a different way that Tempest is. So the theme has always gravitated towards being anti-heroes, in a way, right? No, this was just the conceptualization phase. This was not the recording and everything. The recording was... it's still a few months before now. So anti-hero, and we were asked to just give a bunch of references of songs that we really like, which had this kind of anti-hero feel. And for me, what did I submit here? What did I submit? I submitted Playing God by Polyphia. Playing God by Polyphia. Dramaturgy by Eve. Yeah, I guess we were asked to send two songs, because I only sent two apparently. 2 songs that would be cool. So Polyphia and Dramaturgy. Then they also sent theirs. The others also sent theirs. You know what was funny is that we were asked to send 2 songs, and you know what Jurard did? He sent 4 songs. Goldbullet sent 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 songs. And then when I saw Goldbullet send 5 songs, I'm like, okay, I should be able to send 1 more song. And then I sent, because I couldn't really think of anything else, I sent Ego Death by Polyphia. So, pretty cool. See, anti-heroes, they're rule breakers. Ruze just sent 2, right? Ruze followed the rules. Ruze followed the rules. I'm not gonna send Anti-Hero by Taylor Swift. God, I mean, I love Taylor Swift and her songs, but Mane-sans were asking for cool JP anime type songs ish. I know Polyphia isn't anime, but still, it has kind of that vibe. It kind of has an anti-hero vibe, right? So what eventually happened is, 3 of us just sent more than 2, and Ruze just kept his 2, right? So that's cool. And then there wasn't really an update for a few months because the song was already cooking. The song was already cooking. And here's the thing. Here's what I really appreciated this time around is that the Mane-sans had us listen to a bunch of whips as the song production progressed, right? And when they sent us the whips, they asked for feedback. And also the Mane-sans had their own feedback I also had my own feedback as well, and which is great. And God, did I send feedback? Oh boy, did I send a bunch of feedback. Yeah, because, you know, this was the moment. This was the moment for me to finally do what I wanted to do with Bloodhounds and to actually give a bunch of you know, constructive feedback, not be like, oh, this sucks, you know, because the song was already good to start with, but it had, of course, you know, it's an iterative process. One thing I wanted to make sure that the song had was a strong, like, main melody. If I remember correctly, one of the first drafts that they sent was, to me, a bit confusing. It's like there wasn't like a through line throughout the song. But, you know, with all these, I think I was able to give feedback maybe 3 times on the actual structure of the song itself. Of course, they still have the creative freedom to do whatever they want, right? I didn't really give them examples of, no, I want this melody to go like doot 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 doot. Not really. All I wanted to say was, yeah, I think this part should have a stronger hook, because I think the hook is lacking. I think this part should be a little bit more intense. The transition to this part does not feel as intense as it should be. But yeah, but actually the song transformed a lot during the feedback cycle. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Because even if I didn't know like music theory, I didn't know really what made music tick. All I knew was that if I listened to something and I didn't feel good in my brain, that's all I have to communicate. That's all I have to be like, yes. There was a version of this song which was, it was a bit more boom, 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 or something like that, like dugs, 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 dugs for the chorus. And in my mind, I was like, I think it should be more. I think it should be more. I guess relentless was the thing I really wanted to be. I needed it to have like a through line through it, which is what I was trying to say earlier, like a build up or something like that, instead of kind of like this kind of vibe to it. And definitely by the time we received like the final thing, I was like, oh, yes, this is cool. And it also turned very jazzy. I think the first few drafts of this was not jazzy at all. It was more, I guess, just rock. I don't know what the term should be. But then we were actually pitching some ideas around. We wanted there actually to be a rap part. We were like, it would be cool to have a rap part, actually. Or just a general change in the style of song somewhere down the line. And now this is why I think our directors and Mana-sans went in this direction, which is a more jazz rock type of style, is because rap, there already exists a rap song with Flex. Of course, there's a rock song. There's also the Idol Woven Fate song and stuff like that. And what do we not have? This more jazzy kind of style. Of course, not full jazz. Not like actual. It's still kind of more rock type of jazz, right? I don't even know what the exact term is. But, yeah. I'm expecting more bangers from a group with your input. I can't explain it. Both your Ori songs just flow really well. Yeah, jazz fusion, probably. Yeah, Bloodhounds was definitely a cool thing, but if you expected to have another Bloodhounds, just the same style as Bloodhounds for a second original song, I think we probably wouldn't have went with it. But I really appreciate the direction that this one went in. It's a different style, different feel, and gives us a different way to perform as well with our voices. So the song was finally made, and the lyrics. They gave us the lyrics, and the lyrics. Here's the thing with lyrics is that it's hard. I don't want to make it seem like, you know, the lyrics in this space are weird or something, but you know, given that we're used to more anime type sounding songs with Japanese lyrics, the tendency for a lot of us in this space is to make a Japanese style, Japanese song with English lyrics, which kind of, where the lyricism kind of mimics the lyricism of Japanese, of a Japanese, you know, of how a Japanese song goes. And sometimes this feels very unnatural, especially if you're an English speaker yourself. But the lyricists, whoever composed this, I mean, whoever composed, they're in the description. But when I was, because we didn't have whoever composed this when we were recording this, when it was in the process of making this, I was like, whoa, whoever made this, the lyrics are really good. That's the second thing I wanted to really hone into when they finally showed the lyrics to me. I was like, okay, here we go again. They're gonna hate me because I'm gonna go in and check all the lyrics and all the pacing and the cadence of these words, and I'm gonna come back with freaking a million notes once again, and they're gonna hate me. But then I heard the lyrics, the melody, and how it's sung, and I was like, oh, whoa, whoa, this is actually, this already works. I don't need to change anything. This is it. It just flowed well. It makes sense to someone who speaks English. You know, the cadence, how the song is sung, how the words are said, the lyricism of it just makes sense. So finally, we were told to record. And this was, how many months ago was this? Wow, this was, when was the post here? This was around August to September. Yeah, so that's when I started practicing this song, and my God, this song is very hard. It is a very hard song to sing. However, here is the thing, is that I was willing, in my mind at least, in case the song was too hard to sing, I was willing to present myself to the Manesans and be like, you know what? I can be the rest of the boys' vocal coach for this song if we don't have a vocal coach. And I was like, because I think we definitely need a vocal coach for this song. But in my mind I was also like, but if you're gonna get me as a vocal coach, you need to pay me. And so they were like, okay, we're gonna get a vocal coach, but we're not gonna get you, so we don't pay. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Yeah, because this was around the time that, remember when Ruze did his cover, I sat down with him and, you know, just generally checked his pitch and everything like that. And I was like, oh yeah, I can do this, at the very least, just this. Right? Just check the pitch and the timing. Right? I won't do anything about the style of how you sing it, but I can at least judge the pitch and timing. So that was around that time. I was like, yeah, I can do this. If it's just that, of course, an actual vocal coach is much more valuable than what I can bring to the table. So they got a vocal coach, and it's Kris Roche, the same person who vocal coached us for Bloodhounds, which is great because we already know him. We already have some rapport. He already knows our voices, and he's a cool guy. He's a really cool guy. You can even search him up. I searched him up, checked his music. Really nice. He sings better than all of us. Get that back, exactly. Now I have a Thunder Your Slave voice pack outfit. No, they didn't get me as a vocal coach. They didn't want to pay me. I'm kidding. But yeah. So here's the thing about Kris is that Kris definitely gets a different performance out of me whenever he directs my voice. Because when I practiced this, as same with Bloodhounds, there's a certain way I sing it a certain way. But then we go in to this session, and then I do some recordings and he comments on it. And then I get to see, yeah, this is another one of those. I remember with Bloodhounds, after our vocal coaching, after our recording session, I felt like I upgraded my skills as a singer after Bloodhounds. It's like something unlocked in my brain about how to sing certain lines, he even taught me like how to do the high part in Bloodhounds. We're on the move and all the lights. The high part where I wanted to do my mixed and chest voice. Like he taught me how to, mouth needs to be open and stuff like that, right? And same goes for here. For this one, the important thing for the recording here was the groove. Yes, because this is a jazzy type song. And the thing that's very important here was the groove of how you sing it. So I don't know if it's even noticeable, but for stuff like the bring it on, right? Bring it on, we don't mess around, yeah. Because I feel like before I went into my recording session, the way I sang that was just like, bring it on, we don't mess around, yeah. But he really honed in on it should be, bring it on, we don't mess around, yeah. Something like that, right? And I can just imagine, I can't really speak on all the others' recording sessions, but I can just imagine what he said to them. Because we did still have a vocal guide, at least for how to sing the melody, how to sing the lyrics and stuff like that. And it was sang a certain way. And then when I finally listened to the final version, some of these lines have changed from the vocal guide. And those lines changed because of the vocal director in the recording session itself. These are little creative decisions that are made in the recording session itself. For example, there's this part with Jurard at the end where he does his growl thing. What part was that? The one with the growl. Take 'em down. Take 'em down. Let's see. Let me stop the music for a second. Let me just listen. There we go. Witnesses, we become a legend. What? So the timing for this is supposed to be in the original version. Witnesses, we become a legend. Wipe out the demons with our weapons. Right? Because that's kind of like the jazzy feel of it. But because this was around the end of the song, this was gonna lead into the final chorus, and Jurard is doing it, it needs to be a bit more punchy. And so Jurard's timing here became different. It's now witnesses, we become a legend. Then there's a pause in between. Instead of it just smoothly flowing into the wipeout, there's a sudden pause because he was gonna friggin' bring the energy on for the next line. So from witnesses, we become a legend, wipe out the demons with our weapons, it suddenly became witnesses, we become a legend, wipe out the demons with our weapons, right? There's a little gap in between that makes a big difference, that if you were just following a vocal guide, you know, you would have just done the other way, which is still correct. But, you know, because of the vocal director, the performance and timing just a little changed for the better of the song. And you can also notice that the different choruses were not copy pasted on top of each other. Especially if you listen to my last chorus, since the vocal director said this is the last chorus, and based on how I directed the other boys for this last chorus, because I was the last one who was able to record. Because remember, I got sick. I got sick around this time. So I knew I couldn't record. I was the last one. For Bloodhounds, I was the first one. For this one, I was the last one. And so he already had knowledge of how he directed the other boys. And so this time, he's like, okay, this is how I directed the other boys, so this is how you should do this. You should put a little bit more intensity and growl in it for the last chorus. And it doesn't matter if you become out of tune or anything. What matters is the personality is there. Just put the intensity. Because that was just gonna be like the final anthem. The final anthem of the song. So I was like, what was that line there? No, there we go. So from the normal take 'em down, yeah, one by one we play the game, it suddenly became take 'em down, yeah, one by one. You know. just do it. It doesn't matter if it's out of key at some points, because that's the out of key. If it becomes out of key and it becomes a little bit growly and stuff like that, that's not a flaw, it's a feature. You know, that just adds a little bit more sauce, right? And at first when I heard this, I was like, can we please use the other? Can you please use the other take instead? Can we just use the other cleaner normal take? But then the more I listened to it, I was like, you know what? It's fine. It's fine. We talked about this before. Being completely on pitch and being completely on time is great, but sometimes just these little flaws here and there aren't flaws, they're features. They just add a little bit more sauce. It's not like it's a computer singing it, you know? But here's a cool thing. Here's a cool thing. Is that, if I remember correctly, the vocal guide had... Oh, but the lyrics division was also done by the Mana-san, so thank you. The Mana-sans did basically 90% of the work. All we did here was just record. If I remember correctly, in the vocal guide, the Gibby's lines were in 1 octave lower. If I remember correctly. Whenever the vocalist for the vocal guide would sing Gibby's lines, it was like, "You wouldn't show any mercy," like, just really down there. However, I was so happy when I finally heard the final, at least, you know, the first draft of the song, that Gibby tapped into his more, you know the sound he made when he talked to Big Bubby in the tavern mascot animation? You know that? The one with the friggin' Big Bubby and Gibby sexual tension? The rizzing Big Bubby? That one. Yeah, and he's the opening line as well. And then, ooh, Gibby is... It's so cool that Gibby is in between. Gibby's always in between either Jurard or Ruze or me. Because me, Jurard, and Ruze's lines are always, you know, in the more intense one. Don't showing any mercy. Then Gibby goes in, little rival hellfire. Then Ruze again, there'll be no mean any money. So yeah, I really like that. It's like a melody and a counter to that. I don't know, that's not the correct term for it, but I really like that. That was so good. Yeah, so now the additional thing that I did contributed to in the production of this is the mix itself. I didn't do the mix. No, I just keyboard warriored my way into the mix. So Bloodhounds, I had nothing to do with the mix, with the timing or anything. Like I said, didn't do anything about that. And there were some moments in Bloodhounds where I was like, maybe the timing for this should have been a little bit forward and stuff like that, right? Now for this one, aside from the lyrics, I wanted to make sure that everything is where they should be. And again, it's an iterative process, right? They had us listen to the first draft. I'm sorry to the Manesans because the Manesans are basically the middleman between us and the artist, you know, the music producers. And they give us a draft of the mix, and then I'm like, yes, I'm gonna share some notes at the end of the day. And then I remember, how many notes did I send? I sent like, where was it? Okay, here we go. I sent 10 notes, right? Sent 10 notes. And these notes all have timestamps. Others are just the overall feel that I'm trying to look for. So, for example, the notes here. 1, the balancing of the lines are off. Need more work to level the volume of the voices in relation to each other, as well as with the harmonies. Oh, by the way, this is also a thing I wanted when we were conceptualizing the song. I was like, Manesans, can we please have harmonies this time? Because Bloodhounds, we didn't do any kind of harmonies. For this one, I would love like harmonies, or even if it's like, even if it's not like typical +3, -5, whatever, +5 harmonies. It's, you know, this part in the middle with the burn, 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 and feel so good, so good. You know, because we all had different parts there. Those harmonies, I was like, yes, I want more. I want more of those for this one. His harmonies are great. So I'm happy that that was also included in the song. Then, for example, my other notes here. Overall, I feel like the vocals need more compression. Need more clarity in the consonants since it's an English song. Because if I remember correctly, the very first draft, you know, it was a rough draft, of course. It was early in the process. I was like, yeah, because this is an English song, the consonants really matter when you sing and speak. It shouldn't be like super intense, but when you speak, especially with the English words, a lot of the clarity comes from the consonants and the vowels, of course, and they need to be heard. They need to not be completely reduced, right? Then I had here some notes like 35 and 40. The right channel, Ruze, needs more presence and boost. 103, this feels mistimed. I feel like the M should happen a little bit later. Then 107, the first yeah needs to be lengthened by a little bit to be on time. Then then here is something I don't know if the others caught, but do you know the part with the and it feels so good, so good, can't get enough of the adrenaline, so good, the high so good there, because I remember that clearly in the vocal guide, and it was really cool, right? It feels so good, because that's the part where it feels so good, because it's so good, right? But then after everyone recorded and we heard it, I was like, wait, was no one given that part, the high part, the so good? And I was like, oh, wait. That needs to be added in, because otherwise it would have been so good, and it feels so good. It feels so good. Then it's just the little harmonies in the background. So good. Because Ruze, I think Ruze and Jurard sang, or was it Gibby, sang some background harmonies for the so good part, which was great. It added to it, but it missed the so good, the high so good that was there in the vocal guide. That it's one of the things I really latched onto when I was listening to the first version of this song. Like, Mana-san, excuse me. Excuse me. We're missing the so good part. We need it. We really need that. And then after a few days, Mana was like, "Oh, Octavio, yes, we do. Yeah, we noticed that the so good is missing. Can you record the so good and pass it tomorrow?" Then when I saw that message from Mana-san, I passed it within 5 minutes or something like that. I passed it in 5 to 10 minutes. Like, here it is. Here it is. Add it to the song, please. Because in my mind, you know, the faster we do things, the earlier we get whatever draft is next and stuff, right? So the more time we get to review. If there are any problems or stuff like that. One take? No, we actually took 2 takes. All of our we have a main take and an alternate take, and it's up to the mixer what they want to use, right? So yeah, at least they agreed with the so good that was missing. Then I had some other parts here. Oh, this yeah part here is correctly timed. This could be a good reference for number 5 and number 8. Points number 5 and number. I'm a freaking nerd. I'm sure they hate me. Maybe they hate me. Hey, Chameleon, no! You respect one of me. Ah! Thank you for being here. Thank you. So yeah, I send them. There's a note here. The end of this feels a bit awkward. If you could kind of blend it or overlap that more with the final. That's it. I don't really have any technical things to say. It's just what it feels to me. That's what I try to communicate. So it's funny. So I sent these notes, right? And then then Jurard commented right after. And he's like, "Yeah, what he said." But that's funny. And then he said, "But seriously, I think I'm fine with my lines. I do agree with the needed volume changes," Octavio pointed out. See? Feedback from everybody. Then at some point I was also like, yeah. Down the line I was like, the mix in general feels kind of nasally. And I was like, in my mind, is this nasally because I was sick? It's probably because I was sick. And I was like, please fix my nasally tone because I was just a few days after my sickness. Maybe. So yeah. And then they sent the final. Then there's always this feeling when you hear what's gonna be the final mix of a song. After all the fixes have been done, after all the timing and whatever changes that need to be done is finally done, and then they were able to go back to it and do another pass on it and stuff like that, and then you finally hear the final mix and you're like, ho. Yes, it's so good, so they say. So yeah, that's why I said I was a little bit more involved in this one than Bloodhounds, because I definitely was by a lot. And I'm sorry to the music producers if I delayed the process a little bit, but I was just in the mode to say my piece. I just wanted to say my piece or forever. What was the term? Say what you want to say or forever hold your peace. Stuff like that. But I have to say, the performances of Jurard, Gibby, and Ruze were just holy moly. Were so good. Insane. Is there our song after all your new baby? Exactly. I just, like I said before, in some way, I know it's not technically true, but I always feel kind of responsible for, at least for my generation, right? For the music projects that come out of it. you know, these guys, they also know how to sing. They know, of course, they know how to listen to songs. They know what a good song sounds like. But in my mind, I have this little added pressure, I feel like, for myself, that all the music projects that come out of our generation, I feel like I need to make sure it's good. Make sure they're as good as it can be. You know? Because I, at the very least, even if they also hear the problems and, you know, the things that need to be worked on through the process, at least I'm the one that just says it out loud. At least at the very least, I should be the one that says it out loud, being the musical one out of my group, you know. Even if these musicians that we work with are just so much better than me they're actually talented with making music, you know, and they dwarf me in comparison. But, you know, I still have ears. I still have some things that I can say. Right? So yeah, I'm happy with how this came out at the end, because I saw the whole process of it, and I saw the version of the song that could have been released out there, which would still be good, but whatever you hear now is the best it ever was, because of all the iterations, and, you know, because they listened to the feedback and then they applied it. The Mana-sans also gave their own feedback as well. When the Mana-sans would post the whips, you know, the works in progress, they'd also outline their own feedback, and I just add onto that. So yeah. So in terms of all these projects that were made, you know, the voice packs, the mascot plushies, yeah, the mascot plushies too. All of these were just a bunch of feedback loops, and the Mana-sans really were the ones that just did 90% of the work. So thank you, Mana-sans, for giving us in ARMIS and you, Armada, a really nice and smooth and really just happy ARMIS-versary, you know? This is the best we could ask for, right? Like I said, the heat death of the universe can happen at any second, but it didn't, and we were all able to get here after a year. After a year of, holy crap, streaming and all the projects that we've ever done. And it went by without a hitch, without a single hitch. And I'm really thankful for that. I think that's very special. That's something we shouldn't take for granted. Because 1 year of a thing is a big milestone if you think about it. That's 1 year consistently of just day in, day out being here and caring, you know? So thank you, Mana-sans, for caring a lot that we were given all these projects. And for having a budget. And for having a budget for these projects. Guri, the song was so great. Thank you so much for the hard work you did during all this month and during all this year in general. Seeing your work in progress always inspires a lot. Happy anniversary. Thank you, Guri. Thank you so much. Farah, thank you so much for the sock puppet as well. Happy anniversary. Thank you. And also, of course, to you guys. Like I said, you guys have cooked a lot of stuff on your own. And you cooked all of this stuff without, you know, the built-in infrastructure and support system that something like Cover Corporation has. You guys all just did it with your own sweat, blood, and tears. And Jurard is currently reviewing all of what you've made right now, so better go to his stream in a bit. We're gonna raid there as well. But I'm also gonna check out all the stuff you've done. I was reviewing all this stuff as much as I can this morning, seeing everything on Twitter, and I literally was tearing up, man. I was tearing up, like, what the hell? What is this? What is this life we're living? I still can't believe it. So I hope you guys appreciate this second song as well. If you make a cover of it, just tag us anywhere. Sing it. Don't even have to make a cover. Just sing it in your car. You know, that's enough. This is all, of course, you know, for your enjoyment. And for my satisfaction. Creative satisfaction as well. It's only going to grow over time on towards year 2. Exactly. There's so much more in store. And we're all here now. I messaged the boys last night and I was like, guys, in my mind, we're tired, you know. We're tired. We just did 2 streams, collab streams, and we have more. And in the next few weeks, what we have in store for us is a bunch more streams and a bunch more games and plans and everything like that. But I just really took the time to just stop for a second and just appreciate, bruh, congratulations on 1 year for all of us, right? Because that's a big thing. A year ago, we wouldn't even dream of being in HOLOSTARS. And now we're 1 year in HOLOSTARS. And then Ruze replied was like, yeah, it's been a real one, you know? And then I also went to our Discord, you know, our first anniversary planning thread. And then I was like, it's not just our anniversary, it's also the Mane's anniversary. Right? It's also Shikamane, Tokimane, and everyone who handled us in ARMIS for a year. It's also their anniversary, so I said, hey, happy anniversary as well! Happy anniversary, Manes. Thank you so much. So, in a sense, like I said, it's also your anniversary, Armada. So, thank you for being here. There's also one thing I want to say. I saw, while I was browsing Twitter, that there were a few people, you know, of course there are going to be some people that fall off ARMIS and HOLOSTARS in general because, you know, life sometimes takes us in many, many directions. And there are some people that have posted that, oh, it's been a while since I've been here, but I do want to come back. Just feel a bit shy and feel like I haven't been there for the past few months. But all I have to say to all new and returning Armada is that, you know, you're welcome. You're welcome here whenever. Sometimes, you know, even with my case, right? I had to go away for like a few of 10 plus days because life just pulled me in a different direction. And sometimes that just happens, but just know that it doesn't matter if you come here after a year, after 2 years, after 3 years, after we're all gone. You're welcome. You're welcome here. Of course you are. Right? Just jump in. Right, exactly. Jump in the water is fine. Jump in, chat, tweet, make art, or just watch. You're welcome. Of course. Of course you are. We're just here to have fun and do some cool stuff together. Right? Nitro Nugrat, thank you for so much, Sock Puppet. We're so glad you're in HOLOSTARS. Happy anniversary. Can't wait for one next year. Yes, I can't wait as well. There's more things on the horizon. As long as we're alive. As long as 2025 happens, we can still do more stuff. All right. But that is it for me. Let's go right into Jurard, who is also doing his own thing. I just wanted to talk a little bit about my experience with the song. And please continue streaming the song. Love it as much as I love it. And yeah. Hakut, thank you for the marionette. Thank you for all your hard work into the Mane-san's allowing you to cook and building up all your potential. Your improvement is so apparent and inspiring. Thank you! Thank you. I'm really happy. There's so much growth here in HOLOSTARS. And I hope it's the same with you. Right? I hope you could be here in the fandom and be like, yeah, you're growing as a person as well. And not be like, crap. I am regressing as a person in HOLOSTARS. No. I hope you guys also just continue on, pursue your dreams, and just, you know, have fun doing so. And if it becomes hard, then just chill and chat any of our chats. Chill on Twitter and the fan discords, you know? But yeah. Ciao Melty, 1 year Octomedeto. Congrats on everything. Thank you, thank you. Tell Sheena I'm regressing. It's been too much fun being here. Oh, by the way, you may have been wondering, what was it about 1119 and the moon and the eyes thing? I tweeted that out. There's probably people wondering here. And, well, it's one of those projects that I wasn't able to finish in time. You know, I'm just gonna be honest with you. It's just one of those things that just weren't able to get done. But it's coming. It's coming in another time, right? Just look out for the next big thing. It's gonna come there, probably. But all right. But that is it for me. Thank you again for watching. And let's see each other again and again until infinity. How many years that may be. Goodbye!
Just kidding, let me control you!